let's go ahead and get started. So you can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down, or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully, wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would like to listen in a still position, you can feel free and allow yourself to take all the time that you need to arrive there and just let yourself fidget as much as you need to. Stretch, adjust, move in whatever ways your body wants to move. As you do your best to not think about the movements at all or worry about what your movements look like, but just letting yourself come fully into that sense of feeling. And just trusting your body's natural instincts of movement and trusting what feels good in your bones, muscles, and joints. Following any yummy sensations that you feel. Maybe when you roll out the spine with some cat-cow motions, side body bends, some neck rolls, wrists, fingers, hands, whatever feels good in your body right now. And if what feels best in your body at any time is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like what you need. And there's also no rush whatsoever. You can keep moving throughout this practice whenever you feel the need to. But at any point, if you haven't already and would like to, you can make your way to a still position if that's how you'd like to listen today. Just checking in that your spine feels nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. And you can take a moment now to mark your arrival into your practice today, into your body today, with a full, intentional cleansing breath. Calling in fresh, new air into the body as you watch yourself filling up with air to every corner and edge of you, getting as full as you possibly can. And just holding that for a moment once you are full, to sit and experience the sense of fullness. And as you need to, slowly letting all of that go. Exhaling bit by bit. As you gently pull the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to really push that last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here to now sit and experience the sense of emptiness in the body. As you allow your next breath to come as it's needed. And you can continue to breathe in this slow and exaggerated way for as long as it feels good in your body. Just consciously, intentionally slowing down the process of our breath. And therefore, communicating to our nervous system, to our body on a deep level, that now is a time to let go, to release. And if you're in a place right now in life or in your mind that feels really wound up or wrapped up, or a higher level of energy than you would like, you can allow your exhales to be loud and audible. Maybe sigh as you exhale the air out of you, so that you yourself can hear your body's release, communicating to you and your nervous system on an even deeper level that right now is a time to let go. And again, you can keep breathing in this slow, intentional, exaggerated way for as long as it feels good for you. But at any point, if you haven't already, you may release this guidance over your breath altogether and now become the observer of the breath. And rather than having any direct control or guidance over the rhythm and depth of your breath, you can remember that our breath is the one bodily function that can be either voluntary or automatic. And so stepping back up and away from that voluntary guidance as you now simply observe the automatic process that is your own body breathing you. The same way your heart beats for you. The same way your body breathes when you're in a deep state of sleep. A slow, gentle, and steady breath without any of your direction or doing. And even if it's just for a moment, seeing if you can observe your body and all of its natural functions the same way you would observe any other force of nature. Remembering that you, yourself, are also a force of nature. And when we lay on the beach and just watch the waves roll up along the shoreline, we don't try to change anything about the size or speed of the waves, but we just watch as each one comes and goes. Some days the water is calmer than others. Some days the waves are moving rather fast and the water is a bit tumultuous. And it is perfectly okay when the ocean changes, when the ocean has calm moments and more intense moments. And so it is okay for you too. Each and every time we show up for this practice or any type of healing practice, we will have a different starting point. We will have different findings. Because just like everything else in nature, we are constantly changing. And so allow yourself to soften into whatever version of you are right now. Even if there are aspects present that you don't particularly like or you would like to change. Maybe if you're experiencing physical pain, emotional pain, or if you're just in a phase of life that doesn't feel good. Seeing if, again, maybe just for a moment, you can soften into those more difficult aspects of life as well, with the knowledge that everything changes. And so you are allowed to be exactly where you are. You are allowed to soften your body physically into exactly where you are and who you are right now. And to take in all that you can as this specific version of you. As you appreciate this perception that you have, this perspective that you have in this moment. As it is novel, it is the only time you will be exactly the way you are right now. And our minds will often want to drag us away from the right now. It will try to pull us into the past and think about anything at all before this moment. Or try to be productive and plan and multitask and get ready for the future. But just know that the moment you notice the mind is wandering to the past or to the future, that act of noticing automatically brings you back to the present. And you can let some of your awareness rest on your face right now. And even with the eyes closed, just noticing or feeling any resting expression that you might feel on the face. As sometimes our face and our resting expression can communicate our feelings in a more honest way than we can even be with ourselves at times. And so just noticing any areas where tension tends to gather in the muscles of your face, maybe in the eyebrows or the eyelids, maybe in the jaw, the nose, the chin or ears. Or maybe there's areas elsewhere in the body, in the shoulders or hands, the stomach, the pelvic floor, the glutes. Or maybe not even necessarily areas of tension, but more areas of fidgeting. And oftentimes, what I find is that when the mind is rather chatty or loud, it's oftentimes linked to an area of tension, holding, fidgeting physically in the body. And sometimes it can be a lot more straightforward to bring our attention to the physical and tell our bodies to physically soften rather than telling our minds to stop thinking, which will never happen. That is what minds will do. And so if we can soften the body, bring our attention to our senses and what we can perceive, which will only ever exist in this exact moment, oftentimes the mind will naturally simmer down. It will naturally melt away along with the tension. And so just allow your tongue to release from the roof of the mouth and your jaw to hang into place. Allow this sense of release in the mouth to naturally allow the chin to soften even more, along with the nostrils, the cheeks, and the ears, the eyelids and the eyebrows. As you allow your forehead to be wide and deep, feeling the hairline soften back as your entire scalp softens as well. As you just let that wave of release in the muscles naturally continue to trickle down the entire body, just like warm water washing over the entire body, down the neck and shoulders. As you feel the arms and hands soften even more. All the muscles across your abdomen. Letting your pelvic floor be wide and long as your glutes fully release into the surface that is beneath you. And all of the muscles down the legs almost roll off of the bones. As you allow yourself to feel this deep sense of trust with your own anatomy. Remembering that you can trust your own anatomy. And that when you let go, even when you're in a deep state of sleep, everything is held exactly where it needs to be. Your skin holds everything intact. Your bones, muscles, joints, organs, they all function exactly as they should, without any of your direction or doing. And even when there is disease present in the body, your body functions well enough to keep you alive, to keep you aware and able to hear the words I'm saying and feel whatever it is you are feeling. And that in itself is the first and purest gift that we are all given. This life, this body, these minds and our souls. Trusting the safety that also comes included by existing on this earth and with gravity all around you. When you let go in the body, you are not crushed and you do not float away, but you are held exactly where you need to be. And so allowing yourself to be held by the earth, and by gravity, and by your own skin and anatomy. This full-bodied hug that comes included in our bodies. Maybe even bringing to mind a time when you have hugged someone who you love dearly, maybe a person or maybe an animal. But that moment in the hug where you exhale and release yourself into the hug, allow yourself to be loved, and you allow yourself to be held. And awakening that same sense with your own body, with the earth. And so you can continue to feel all that is here for you to feel, and continue to soften your body into whatever it is that you are feeling. Allow for any emotional releases that need to come based on what you are feeling. And just listen to the following words that are written by a young Pueblo in his book called The Way Forward. And just allow anything at all that feels like it resonates with you to soak in a little bit deeper and not worrying about the rest. Give support, but don't try to fix everything. Embrace growth, but don't expect perfection. Have boundaries, but change them as needed. Have determination, but rest and relax as well. Allow connection, but build with mature people. And be positive, but let yourself feel hard moments. Bring your own vibe to the situation. Let your inner light shine, even if it shakes up the room. No more conforming. No more waiting for another day to be you. Lean into your personal energy by connecting with your real goals. And make the moves that will brighten your future. It is possible to live with kindness and compassion toward yourself and others, while also creating healthy boundaries or defending yourself when it is actually necessary. You can be gentle with the world and also protect your own flourishing. Instead of resorting to survival mode when life gets hard, reclaim your power by taking your time to respond skillfully. If you really want to rebel in a narrow-minded and egocentric society, be more loving. Care more widely and vocally. Boldly live from your heart. Give without fear. Find joy in being selfless. Share your talents and live without needing permission. Down moments will try to make you forget how much you've actually accomplished. You have overcome too much to let heavy emotions confuse you. Stop listening to the noise and ground yourself in the fact that storms do not last forever. Just take the next few moments to let every word that you've heard today and every feeling that you felt today to settle within you. Imagining that every word and every feeling is a little speck of glitter in a snow globe. And your body is that snow globe. And so now is the time where we set you down. Let the glitter settle and let the air clear. And just trusting that anything at all that you heard today that resonated with you in some way, just trusting that that feeling can sometimes come when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. And so just allowing those truths to be enhanced within you so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition and to trust your own instincts. Remembering that there is nobody else out there who knows your heart, your soul, your passions, and your sense of purpose better than you know you. And so you never have to give that power away to anyone else. But you can grow this power within yourself. And so if it feels like something that you would like to do today, you can let your hands find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. As you feel this contact of your palms and fingertips to one another, as you let your heart lift toward your thumbs as your thumbs press back toward your heart. As you tune in to this rhythm, the steady background beat of your entire life, your own heartbeat. And taking one final deep and full breath into the body, getting as full as you can, filling up to every corner and edge of you. And as you exhale, letting go of anything at all that you are ready to let go of, as you allow the head to gently bow. As you take this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. And bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you, thank you, thank you.